Hello, welcome to my quick review of the Lotus 119B and 119C soapbox racers. So they do not have engines. Right, so these were built for the Goodwood Festival Speed downhill challenge. And interestingly enough, so here let's look at the earlier 119C first. No, B, I believe. So open cockpit. Let's see which direction this car goes in. So I think that's a steering wheel just in there. Yeah, that's the back of the car, so you can see how it's angled for sitting in. So the wheels are fully fared in. Just awesome. I love they've got some great styling on that with the logo there for the Lotus. So you see it fully on like that. You have to be looking at that angle basically, don't you? Okay, so these are very bare cars. The weight, actually increased weight would have been helpful. There's probably a weight limit for this competition, so they couldn't have just weighted it down, because it's all to do with the amount of energy you've got at the top of the hill and how aerodynamic the car is. The more energy you have at the top, so the heavier your vehicle is relative to the aerodynamics, the faster you'll go. But of course you might struggle a bit more on the corners. So these are probably 700C bicycle wheels on here. I don't really know, but it would have been a super lightweight. I'm not sure how light it would have been, but apparently this would be capable of 200 miles an hour on a 45-degree slope. Who would ever want to do that? I'm not sure, but Goodwood isn't anywhere near that steep. So I don't know which part of the hill they do it on, probably not the whole lot. Maybe down through Morecambe onto the main straight. Don't know, or just down to Morecambe. I don't know, but sponsor logos there. Great detail on this. It's nice to see that on the model there. Yeah, so what a gimmicky thing. These are lovely Spark models. They come in miniature Spark model cases that you've never seen so small before. So they've done the whole thing very well to present the cars like that. And yeah, it's great. So a really nice addition to my collection to have something odd like that. And again, someone who's going to look at your model car, they'll go, what on earth is that? So they'll be kind of interested and curious about it. So yeah, interesting stuff. Let's look underneath. Oh yeah, look at that aerodynamics there. So this is one of the few Sparks where the underneath is as accurate as the top side of the car. And yes, you've got the holes there where the tyres and wheels show through for actually, so it can actually run. Okay, now looking at the 119C, you've got a fared-in cockpit. So that's going to be even faster because the aerodynamics are going to be so improved over this open cockpit. That will ruin the aerodynamics, that open cockpit. So having a closed cockpit makes all the difference. Look how slender that second car is. It's much more slender than the first one, just enough to get your shoulders in. You probably need to be a smallish person. Look at the brakes on it. The brakes appear to operate on the tyres. How strange. So I don't know what the braking arrangements were on this one, being inside. So they appear to have some impact protection on the side. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe that's through the rules, I don't know. So great aero pieces where the axles come through. I don't know if these have suspension or not. Possibly not, probably just hard. Maybe they're relying on some flexing in the composite or something to produce a suspension. So again, so here on this one you've got the yellow with a small amount of green, and here you've got a lot of green with a swoosh of yellow. And again, looks like the same sponsors. You've got more space for the sponsors on this one because of the aero sides. So that's good, interesting to see. Yeah, absolute detail there, Lotus 119. Great model to have in my collection. So yeah, and the underside there, yeah, how strange to have these very crude brakes. I'm not sure what they were trying to achieve with the crude brakes because they don't look very aerodynamic. But in fact that brake looks a bit bent over, but I'm not going to try fiddling with that. Okay, well thank you for watching. This is the end of my Lotus series. So do have a look at the playlist for that at the end of the video. And thank you, do subscribe. So these are 1/43 scale if you weren't sure. And got a lot of 1/43 scale reviews, Lotuses, so from Spark, Paul's Model Art Mini Champs, HPI, and some 12th scale, some 18th scale, some 64th scale. So do subscribe. I try to get a video out every Friday. And thank you for watching, and you'll hear from me again. Cheers.